Ladies and gentlemen, this is Things You Think You Don't Care About. I am your host, Average Joe Boo, here with Colin the Peacinator. Colin, I'm here to talk today about essence.
All right.
How do you feel about essence?
I don't really know much about it coming into today, but I Googled it earlier this week and mostly last night, and Google told me that it's the most basic or important quality of something. So, like, to me, that means, like, for example, like when I eat pizza, I eat the most important part of it, and I usually leave out the crust.
Okay, is there any reason why you might eat the crust?
Only if it's like buttered or like that garlic seasoning on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
with cheese and the stuffed cheese crust?
Stuffed cheese crust.
Okay.
Yep, right there.
Okay, so I didn't think I cared about essence
All right.
until one day I was eating breakfast, and the person I was eating breakfast with decided to cut the center of a pancake out and eat the center of an original, fluffy, no filling pancake.
Yeah.
She left this ring of pancake on her plate and threw it away. And I said, What? Why? What's the difference between the edge of the pancake and the center of the pancake? To me, there's no difference.
There is no difference.
It's an original pancake. If there was like chocolate chips, blueberries, you name it, inside that pancake, then I can see maybe an essence conversation.
Yeah.
Take a Pop-Tart, for example.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you just broken the edge off a Pop-Tart because there's no jelly or jam in it?
There you go.
There's no frosting on it. And you know what? It's just not as good as the center of the Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly, I believe that there is essence in things, but I don't believe that there's essence in a pancake, an original pancake.
Yeah. That doesn't really make sense. To me, sometimes I see people like on toast, they cut off the outside crust of the toast and eat just the buttery part of the toast.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The crust has a different texture, and
Exactly.
I understand that.
Yeah.
However, the same person ate her entire toast. She didn't cut the crust off before she ate her pancake. She ate the whole part of the toast and then said the outside of the pancake, the texture of the outside of the pancake was vastly different than the inside.
That doesn't make much sense. That's like doing that with a waffle. I have to eat the whole waffle. It's just a waffle.
No. Let's cut the edge off the waffle because the center is where it's at.
Yeah, exactly. I see what you're saying. Like when I something I do like eat the center of. It's mostly probably like have you ever had a toaster strudel?
Oh yeah.
Toaster strudels to me. Yeah. Sometimes you get the bad ones, and the bad ones are like kind of hard on the outside.
Yeah.
So I had to eat just the center of it. But that's really the only thing I ever get the essence out of.
Okay, so something I get the essence out of. It's delicious. It's called gooey butter cake.
Okay.
It's a yellow cake base, and it's not fluffy. Okay, it's pressed down in the bottom of the pan. It's pressed up to the edge to make like a bowl shape, something to pour the filling in. And the filling is a mixture. It's a delectable mixture of what's that? It's powdered sugar. I mean, it's a ton of powdered sugar and cream cheese.
Oh.
Maybe a little vanilla, for flavoring.
Yeah.
Right? And it's whipped together, and it creates this nice gooey center.
Mm-hmm.
That's essence.
Yeah.
Don't eat the thick, tough to eat outside crust. Eat the essence of the gooey butter cake.
Yep.
It's literally called gooey butter cake.
Yeah.
Eat the goo, right? And then if you're feeling frisky, eat the cake on the outside. Or eat the cake on the outside first, because a yellow cake is pretty good. Yeah. Yellow cake's pretty good just by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Eat that first, and then save the essence for last. Right? So I'm a big dude.
Yeah.
I don't think wasting food is in my repertoire. So if I had a pancake essence argument, if let's say I cut the center out of that pancake, I would have eaten the outside first and then saved the essence for later.
Exactly.
I mean,
for last. Yep.
The same thing with pizza. Honestly, maybe get a little extra sauce, a little extra marinara.
For the crust.
Cut that crust off. You just cut that crust right off, and then dip it in the marinara so you get a little extra flavor on that bland crust,
Yeah.
unless there's butter on it.
Yep.
And then, if there's butter on it, now you save that crust for last. That's the buttered crust is the essence of that pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And so then, then eat the pizza part last.
Mm.
Don't waste any food.
Yeah.
So today, as a little example of what a pancake essence would look like, I brought a Nilla wafer.
Yep.
And when you're looking at this Nilla wafer, it's maybe an inch and a quarter in diameter, right?
Yes.
But it looks like a miniature pancake. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I will.
Okay, so it's kind of domed up in the middle, probably a little more soft in the middle, a little more crunchy on the outside, but it's still a Nilla wafer, so it's relatively crunchy all the way through.
Yes.
Okay, so let's just presume this is your pancake. Could you see yourself cutting the inside of that Nilla wafer out and discarding the outside of that Nilla wafer?
See, just the plain one? Nah, I don't see myself doing that. But if it was just like blueberry, like you said, and pecan and all that, that I might, get like if it's all in the middle,
Yeah, you
some
bet.
people do that. Then totally, yeah, I'm for real doing that.
Absolutely. So then you also why don't you have a little taste? Taste the edge. Taste the edge of it. Tell me what you think.
Tastes like vanilla to me.
Tastes like a little Nilla wafer, right? A little crunchy, a little good. Now I want you to find some way to get the essence. Quote. Look at my air quotes. You can see them on the red. I know you listening in can see my air quotes. Try to get the essence out of that Nilla wafer.
I could try.
Yeah. Make a mess. I don't care.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Discard that edge.
There we go.
The edge is for the birds. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to go throw that outside and have some birds eat it.
Tastes the exact same.
No. That essence had to be way different.
There's no way. Nope.
Clearly, that had to be much better than the outside.
Well, it was much softer, which is better.
Was it?
Yes.
Was it really? Let's take another one. Let's take another one and just see.
All right.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I got plenty of these to go around. My turn for the essence.
All right.
Okay. All right. Break the edge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're making
it
pretty good.
Well, I like to think of myself as the original creator here. Okay, here's the essence. Would you agree this is the essence of this Nilla wafer?
All that crust is off.
In the gullet. I can't tell if I ate the whole Nilla wafer or just the center, especially if I were blindfolded.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of her arguments. If I were blindfolded and you gave me a piece of pancake that had the edge and a piece of pancake that didn't, she would be able to tell the difference.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I understand that from a standpoint of the edge of the pancake is rounded.
Yeah.
It is cooked a little bit on the outside.
Uh-huh.
Whereas the center of the pancake, any edge is going to be fluffy. Well, yeah, you can tell, but that doesn't mean the outside is worse than the inside.
Yeah.
Of a regular pancake.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, what other things? How is essence defined to you?
Kind of like the Google thing. It's kind of like, to me, it's like the most flavor. Like when it comes to cooking or food, it's the most the piece of the food with the most flavor. Like last night, I was eating my mom made some banana nut bread, and I was eating some of that.
Ooh.
And to me, I don't like the outside,
Okay.
So I had to get only the inside.
So you considered there to be a good essence of that banana nut bread.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
What about outside of food? Like, let's say you're watching a movie. Is there an essence of a movie?
Oh, yeah. Like on Netflix, when I'm watching Netflix, I tend to skip through the first couple of, first like 10 minutes of it.
Okay.
Because to me, that's all boring and just too much, just fills your head with nothing that really matters in the movie,
Okay.
Unless it was like the Avengers movie. That's the whole thing. You have to watch the whole thing.
So some movies have essence.
Some.
Other movies are full of essence.
Oh, yeah.
From start to end.
Yep.
Okay, so the other day, this kind of goes back to our previous podcast. See episode 1 if you happen to miss it. Mm-hmm. We were watching Creed, me and Average Joe. We
Okay.
were watching Creed, and we go to the theater, and these people were 20 minutes late.
Oh.
So I'm sorry. Let's put it in more perspective. They were closer to 40 to 50 minutes late because they also missed all the previews, and they missed like the first 15, 20 minutes of the movie.
I see what you're saying.
Okay.
From the original time.
From when opening credits began
Okay.
to the time they arrived.
Yeah,
It was about 15, 20 minutes of Adonis Creed.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that they got the essence of the movie?
I never seen Creed.
Okay.
So I can't really say that.
Have you seen any of the Rocky movies?
No, I have not.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm not big
Okay,
into that.
episode 3, I'm sure is going to have to do with what is his problem. He hasn't watched iconic movies like Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, Rocky Balboa. Oh my goodness gracious. And are you a sports guy?
Oh yeah. 100%.
Or is that Letterman jacket there just for show?
I'm 100% sports. I'm just not into boxing.
Well, but it has more than just boxing in terms of its the message and the feel good about it. Boxing is the setting, right?
Yeah.
It's the theme per se. However, it's just a feel good.
Yeah.
And it's a good
something to go off of.
I mean, I'm not going to say that the acting is the greatest. I mean, it's Sylvester Stallone, right? I mean, he is what he is. He's a brute. He's a big dude. He's got this Italian situation going on with his accent, and it's in the 80s when movies weren't developed the same way they are now.
Yeah, okay.
Right. I would say the Creed movies look better than the Rocky movies, but the Creed movies were made 30 years later.
Yeah, with better technology.
Yeah, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So
I see what you're saying.
movie quality, whatever. You can get into a large debate about that.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of all these Rocky movies, Creed movies, it's all about who is the character and how is he building his story.
Yeah.
But Rocky 1 is not about Rocky himself at the beginning, where he comes from, right? It's about who he is and who he's fighting. In the basic plot line of the movie, he's fighting Apollo Creed.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Adonis Creed's father.
Yeah.
That's where the Creed Rocky overlap. Okay? So, yeah, you can miss the first few minutes of Rocky. Rocky 1, 2, 3, all of them, really.
Yes.
You can miss the build-up and still get the essence of the big fights, the working out, getting in shape for the big fights, all that stuff, the stuff with the motivational music, the stuff with the sad stuff where there are plot lines or storylines that continue throughout the saga, if you will. So, essence in movies. Is there anything else that has essence?
Can't really. None that I can really think of right now.
Yeah. What about like school?
School? Oh.
What's the essence of school?
Right.
You wake up.
Yeah.
You go to school. You got your
early.
classes. You got your homework. You got your classwork. You got tests. You got lunch.
Yeah.
You got release bell.
Mm-hmm.
What's the essence of this school experience?
I guess the essence of is the moral. I think the moral of like why they have like public school and all that, school period, is because just to give people like equal opportunity, quote unquote, equal opportunity,
Yeah.
So I mean, everybody gets to come to school, and there's a lot of people here. We can see the parking lots like filled because they have to park over there at the other places and all that. But like, so I mean, everybody says they don't like school. The essence, I guess, of school, learning and sitting in the classrooms and all that.
Right.
But like, I see them all joking around, laughing all up here. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what I think the essence is.
Yeah.
I don't think the essence is, hey, come to a class, learn a topic.
I think it's like the kids connecting and all that.
It's the social environment, because how many jobs are you going to go to where you are required 0 social skills?
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
How many jobs are you going to go to where you require 0 self-reliance and independence skills, where here's a job and you know what, you don't have to do it. If it doesn't get done, that's not going to hurt our business.
We'll wait till last day to
Is that going to be acceptable in the workforce?
No.
And then what if What if you had a boss,
Mhm.
right? I mean, isn't that basically the parallel to the teacher or the coach or the principal,
Yeah.
right? They make the rules, they enforce the rules,
Yeah.
they hold you accountable to the rules,
That's your son.
right? The only thing they don't do is pay you here at school,
Yeah.
right? But the boss has the ability to punish you, and that punish can be lower your income, right? Demote you. It can be to reward you, promote you,
Yeah.
pay you more money or whatever. And so I think the essence here of school is the
So
life skills that you learn. It's not
social
about
connection and
it's
stuff.
not about Hamlet.
Yeah.
You know, did you understand Hamlet?
Yeah.
Or did you learn how to use the quadratic formula
Yeah.
in every possible situation? I don't think that that's the essence of school. I think it's, did you get along? Were you able to keep up with your responsibilities? Were you able to demonstrate how you're going to perform in this society once you leave this high school?
Yes.
I think that's the essence of school.
There you go.
Right. So there's essence in school. What about sports? Is there an essence in like a game?
I think the whole, like, to me, like football, because I'm a football player, we'll go football. But to me, the whole game is the essence, because like if you mess up, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's a tough one, honestly.
And
Sports
you know what? You could say no.
Yeah.
You could say the whole game is
Yeah,
important. There's no,
it really
if you miss
is.
one portion of the game
Yeah.
in terms of a player, then you missed out on quite a bit.
Yeah.
If you miss part of the game as a spectator, have you missed out?
Oh yeah.
So I think as a spectator, the essence of basketball is like the last 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. If they're two good teams, yeah.
If it's a close game,
Yeah.
if it's a blowout, then there's no essence.
Yeah,
there's no
really,
game.
There's really
honestly,
not,
why are we even playing?
Yeah.
Right. Let's just go ahead and mark it down for a win for the better
Yeah.
team. But if it's a close game, the last 2 minutes of basketball
Really
game,
good minutes, yeah.
I mean, and the last two. How long does the last 2 minutes last in a good close basketball
About
game?
20 minutes. Yeah.
20 to 30,
Yeah.
depending on how many timeouts are left,
Exactly.
depending on how many
Fouls.
possession changes, fouls, all that stuff.
I got you.
And then, you got your overtime,
Mhm.
right? And the overtime is part of the essence. It's a overflow of essence,
Yeah.
right? Because clearly the end of the game was good enough to take you into extra time, right?
Yeah.
Football, really depends on the teams as well, I think, right? There's portions of the game where if you miss them, then, not going to be that big a deal, right? You missed a 3-and-out.
Yes.
Not that big a deal. You miss consecutive 3-and-outs punts by either team. That's, if you miss that, are you really missing?
Yeah,
out,
I see what you're saying.
either as a player or as a spectator.
Yeah.
Right. What about like baseball? Do you think there's an essence in baseball?
Like, I mean, I think sports all goes around like that one thing that we've been saying. Like, if it's good teams, then I think the last 7th, 8th, and 9th inning are the best innings.
Yeah.
Because, like, kind of like the World Series sometimes, like, they just hit dingers back and forth to each other.
That's true.
And that's great to watch. I love watching. But to me, like, if it's just, like, two low-level teams that aren't, like, that good or, like, record-wise that good, then I don't think there's no point in watching it because I'm not a big fan like that. So, essence is like...
See, to me, there's only essence if there is an explosion of one skill set.
Yeah.
Right, in a game. So, if there is great pitching,
okay,
then the essence is the pitching. You want to watch how many punch-outs the pitcher has.
Yeah.
How many strikeouts. You want to see how many just terrible pieces of contact, terrible hits, terrible whatever that the pitcher creates because he's hitting the spots, right? Or there's an explosion of offense where it's home run after home run, or it's double after double after double, it's run after run after run after run, and those are the type of things you don't want to miss. But to me, the things I can do without is an inning where there's 1 hit, 2 hits, a walk, and then no runs scored.
That's just
right. They just
no action.
Yeah, I mean, got a hit. Oh, inning's over because they didn't do anything with it, right? So there's got to be kind of an explosion of a certain skill set. Now, I don't think that there can be an explosion of good pitching and an explosion of offense in the same game for it to be that appealing. Because if the same team has great pitching and the same team has great offense, who's watching that game?
No.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the one where the crowd leaves way early because they're like, oh, they're gonna win 49-0.
Die hard.
Right.
big
You're
swing.
there because you paid a lot of money and
Yeah.
and you want to get your money's worth. But
that's what you're saying.
I mean, you're not really watching the game anymore. You're just there for the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Right. I think atmosphere is a huge part of the essence of sports.
Yes.
Right. I went to my first Cowboy game. It was a preseason game.
Okay.
And never been to the new Cowboy Stadium for a Cowboys game.
Nice, huh?
Right. Dude, I was blown away.
Yeah.
I was blown away by your ability to only walk through half or less of the bowl without a specific type of pass.
Okay.
I felt a little shafted, but there was on both sides of the main part of the field, midfield.
Yeah.
You had to have a pass to walk through that portion
That's
to get to the other end zone or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a little
too serious,
a little high class, a little too high class for me. But I'm a lowly podcaster, right? I don't have the money for that pass, but I think the essence is definitely part of the nostalgia, the atmosphere. So when I go to a game, call me crazy, I buy memorabilia. I go to the fan shop and I get stuff to represent whatever, and then I sit up in the stadium. You know what? That preseason game I went to, we lost like 48-2.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But I had a good time because the stadium was awesome. The atmosphere was awesome. It was my first time. I didn't care what the game looked like. It could be a blowout. It could be close.
This is a preseason game as well.
It's a preseason game, so I think what's his name, Cooper Rush was playing.
Yeah.
There was about 18 turnovers by the Cowboys. It was maybe one of the worst games I've ever seen. But to me, the essence of that experience was being at that stadium, seeing what it had to offer. And you know what? A little shafted on the not getting to tour it a little bit, getting to walk around because, at the Rangers ballpark, you walk around freely wherever.
Dallas Mavericks same too, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and
before game,
it's nice. Before game, after game, during the game. The only thing you really can't do is just go pick your seat.
Yeah.
Unless people have left and the ushers are kind of like, oh, it's a little bit of a blowout or whatever. You can go sit wherever people are gone.
That's what I do at American Airlines. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. All day long.
Yeah.
That's the secret essence, right? Getting that front row seat for free, right?
Gotcha.
So, after discussing this, would you say that you might be a little more into looking for essence of things?
100% now. Yeah, actually thinking about it now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Man, I mean, I'm going to be looking at things that have a crust.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be looking at that crust a little
100%.
differently.
Especially in school lunch, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch what people do. Oh, and I'm not going to stare at them because of weird.
Oh, you should definitely stare at them. I think you should stare and make it as uncomfortable as possible.
No, but I'm just going to, just watch. It depends what they eat, Like pizza, I see a lot of people, like what I said with pizza.
Discard that crust, yeah.
Yep.
See, I'm going to be a little more observant when it comes to the people I'm hanging out with.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
There you go.
You know? And, it's just little nuances, right? Is she weird for finding essence in a pancake?
No. But
it's peculiar.
Yeah.
I think it's a little peculiar.
Yeah.
Because I don't do it. But does that put her on this weird plane where you can't socialize with her, where you judge her?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's just about essence. But I didn't realize I cared about essence until I saw somebody cut out the center of a plain pancake. Until next time, until episode 3, this is Average Joe Boo here with the Peacinator, signing off.
See you.